We are getting a lot of questions about what we're doing, what and why. So I'm going to try to answer a few of those for y'all and kind of just take you on a little tour of what's going on here. We've been building for about a week now. We started over a week ago, but we had some rain out days, so we've had officially about 6 days of building at our place. We are using National Barn Company. Their office is in Portland, Tennessee, and we're really, really happy and impressed so far with the job they're doing. There's a few other builders around here, but everybody's pretty busy and pretty backed up, and a couple of the other more popular ones it was going to be a really, really long wait, and it was still almost 4 months from the time we signed our contract, purchased our materials, till we got started out here. But I'm glad that we were directed to them because, like I said, we're just so happy so far. So our building, this is a barndominium, which is becoming more and more popular. Quite a bit more popular, actually. I had never really heard of them. And then we started talking about moving and our goals for moving, and some people recommended this to us, and when we looked into it, it just really made sense for us. So I'll talk to you a little bit about why in a little bit, but a barndominium, a true barndominium, is either steel or wood framed pole barn that's both shop. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm gonna get away from them. It's both shop and house combined. I hate it. So what makes it a pole barn is that you've got these posts, and you can see them on the front porch here too. These posts are what support the house, and then the trusses at the top. And all of the weight of the house is supported on these. So the inside is just one big room. I mean, it's a barn. The inside is one big room. So you can frame it out however you want and design your own floor plan to suit your needs, which was one of the things that was really appealing to us with all of our kiddos and our unique needs. Yes, so pole barn, shop, and house. So ours is going to be 2/3 of it is house, 1/3 of it is shop. And our total building is 90 foot by 40 foot. With 2 big porches, one on the front and one in the back. 10 foot overhangs on the front and the back. So the house portion itself is 60 by 40. And you put the windows where you want. We ordered the windows from a different company just to save a little bit of money. Place the garage doors where we want them. I mean, you could design it literally however you want. So when Stephen and I started talking about this project, let me find a place to sit down. When we started talking about this project last summer, we had a few goals in mind, and the more we talked about it, the more we kind of reevaluated those goals and changed those goals. But I mean, we wanted land, and we wanted to be out of the city. Those are a couple of the big ones. And then we just said, well, you know, if this is what God wants us to do, then we'll find a piece of land, and then we'll deal with figuring out the house part after that. So he has really led the way on this whole thing and has found some really creative ways to make things work. I mean, we knew we were going to have to sell our house in order to do all of this, but we were able to purchase the land before selling our house because he provided the means for that. And so that's kind of really just been try to be our focus with this whole thing, is just letting him take the lead and provide and trust in his provision. And Stephen is so much better at that than I am. I mean, this piece of land was so badly overgrown you couldn't see it. Let me show you kind of what we've done back here. Like, all of this was, I mean, it was 5 foot tall blackberry brambles. Like, you couldn't even see what trees were back here. You couldn't get through it. It was so dense you couldn't get through it. But he could see what an awesome backyard it could become, and my imagination's not so good, but I'm learning to kind of trust a little bit more in these things, and so here we are. Now I can really kind of see it starting to take shape. But anyway, back to our goals. We had a few goals. So land, get out of the city. We wanted to find a place where our kids can really kind of roam, sword fight, and just be free, wild and free. And so then when it came down to the house part, we had some friends who recommended going the barndominium route. And after doing some research on that and finding other people who were doing it, there's some great communities online and on Facebook. What did you find? Did you make a bracelet? Oh! Yep, that's from one of the windows.
Want to help me? Here, I'll help you.
It's a big zip tie. Kept the window
No!
closed.
Can I help you? No.
You can do it. That's cool. Nice bracelet.
Here. Let's see, I'll connect it for you. No.
So the pole barn, barndominium, our goals became, can we do this debt-free? And that became a big one. And when, with the market, you okay? With the market the way it's been, our house was suddenly worth more than we ever thought it would be. So we were able to sell it, and the equity that we made off of that, it was really just exactly enough when we budgeted things out to be able to pay for most of this project out of pocket. So what makes the barndominium a little bit more affordable than your traditional build is the simplicity of the design and the build. And because of that, you can use less material sometimes, and you can do some of it yourself. So there's a lot of people that will do this whole part themselves.
Hey, Mom.
We decided to hire this part out. Hey, buddy. What?
We saw big monster truck.
You saw a monster truck?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, this big.
There's a big one?
Yeah.
Cool.
we said.
So the simplicity of the design allows you to do a lot of it yourself if you choose. We decided to hire this part out so that, hang on, kids, go away. Go away. And then focus on the inside ourselves. So we're planning on doing as much of the interior as we can. Framing, wiring, plumbing. We're getting some help from people. But the idea is to do as much of it as we can ourselves. And to repurpose and buy some things used. And, we're going to shop the scratch and dent places and stuff like that. But that's the big goal, is to do this without a mortgage and to do it debt free. And I think we're gonna come really, really close to it. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on here. I think some people had some more specific questions about barndominiums and this type of a build, and I'll try to write them down and address more of those a little more specifically. But for now, that's where we are and what we're doing. You guys say bye.
Bye.